Okay, we're going to start with the review of our red words. So get up, let's get that blood flowing. This time, today, we are going to try some different words. Yesterday, we reviewed who, what, would, said, ocean, opinion, restaurant, and scissors. So today, we're going to look at here for most of us and skiing for Isabella and Cole. All right, so here's the one I want you to look at right now. Here. I am here with you. Here. All right, so what I want you to stand up. I have to stop sharing for a minute so I can let some people in. Did somebody leave the meeting? I keep getting notifications. That's weird. All right, let's go back. So we're gonna tap it out. If you are left-handed, remember to use your left hand and go on your right to tap. If you're right-handed, you're gonna use your right hand to tap. Like so. I'm gonna move back so you can see. Here we are, H-E-R-E, here. Oh, Henrik came, good. H-E-R-E, here. Haley Booker, I'm not sure what you're doing, but that's not what we're doing. Come on, sweetheart, stand up. Haley, H-E-R-E, here. Okay, if you're left-handed, it looks like this, H-E-R-E, here. If you're doing skiing, S-K-I-I-N-G, skiing, S-K-I-I-N-G, skiing, S-K-I-I-N-G, skiing. All right, let's stomp it out. Here we go. H-E-R-E, jump, here. H-E-R-E, jump, here. H-E-R-E, jump, here. Okay, I need Josh Carter. Can you use the word here in a sentence for me?
I am here on Zoom.
You are. I'm so happy about that. Excellent. And Cole, can you use the word skiing in a sentence?
I am going skiing tomorrow.
Very good. All right, next word we're going to try, very. Now remember, there's another very, just like there was another here, like I can hear you. And then but that's not the one we're looking at. And the other very is like the weather will vary. It means change. That's not the one we're looking at today. We're looking at when we want an extreme of something, like I am very happy that I get to be with you on Zoom today. So that is the very we're looking at. So let's tap it out. And if you are with this group, instead of skiing, we're going to look at tomorrow. I will be seeing you tomorrow as well. All right, left-handed, you're going to use your left hand and come up. Right-handed, right hand, and go down. The word is very. I am very happy to see you. V-E-R-Y, very. V-E-R-Y, very. V-E-R-Y, very. If you're doing tomorrow, T-O-M-O-R-R-O-W, tomorrow, T-O-M-O-R-R-O-W, tomorrow, T-O-M-O-R-R-O-W, tomorrow. All right, we're going to stomp it out. Very, I'm very happy to see you. V-E-R-Y, jump, very. V-E-R-Y, jump, very. V-E-R-Y, jump, very. If you're doing tomorrow, you are T-O-M-O-R-R-O-W, tomorrow. Woo, that's a big one. All right, I need a sentence. How about Lila Maris? A sentence for the word very. I'm very happy to see you.
I am very glad it's the new year.
Excellent. How about Isabella for tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Pizza Friday.
Excellent. All right, next we're going to look at the word use. I use a brush to brush my hair. I use a tool when I am gardening. Use. Otherwise, you're using vacuum. Remember, vacuum only has one C, but two U's. That's what makes it so tricky. All right, here we go. Use. U-S-E. Use. If you're left-handed, U-S-E. Use. U-S-E. Use. If you're vacuum, V-A-C. U-U-M. Vacuum. V-A-C-U-U-M. Vacuum. Let's stomp it out. U-S-C. Jump. Use. U-S-C. Jump. Use. One more time. U-S-C. Jump. Use. Isabel, let's see you jumping. You have vacuum. V-A-C-U-U-M. Vacuum. Everybody's jumping, not sitting. You sit enough, right? We want to get the blood flowing to our brain. All right, August, can you use the word use in a sentence?
I will use that tool.
Excellent. And Cole, can you use the word vacuum in a sentence?
I vacuumed my carpet a week ago.
Very good. Okay. All right. So today our learning target is, you guys can have a seat. You will need your EL workbook and your EL spiral and a pencil like usual. So today our learning target is I can form and use the past tense of irregular verbs. So that's a little different. The past two lessons, we've looked at just regular verbs, not irregular verbs. Does anyone have an idea of what irregular might mean? We have a prefix, IR, that we have added to the root word regular. Leo, what do you think? If a regular verb is a verb that follows the rules, like we saw the past two lessons, what do you think an irregular verb is?
An irregular verb is a verb that doesn't follow the rules.
Yeah, what do you think that prefix ir might stand for or might mean?
Long.
So would that make sense? Long regular verbs?
Wrong.
Wrong. Oh, I thought you said long. Wrong. Or not regular. So IR is a prefix and it means not. So not regular verbs, verbs that are not regular, do not follow the rules. And the reason we want to do this today is so we can communicate clearly. If our grammar is not correct, we're not getting across the message we want, right? So we want to make sure we're doing that. Our success criteria, today you'll be able to review the rules. We'll review the rules we already learned. We'll explain what an irregular verb is. We'll write the correct version of a verb in a sentence, and we'll complete sentences with verbs in the past and future tense. So I was getting a bulletin board ready today with all of our parts of speech that we're going to work on next week. So let's quickly remind ourselves what a verb is again. Haley Bucher, what is a verb?
A verb is an action word.
Oh, an action word, exactly. It shows action. So when we looked at these verbs earlier in the week, we found some rules. One of the rules was that when a verb ends in an E, we have to drop the E and add ED, such as the word hope, hoped, note, noted, taste, tasted, race, raced, live, lived. And we noticed that when we add ED, sometimes we don't always hear D. Sometimes we hear T, T. Everyone say T, T. So I'm not the only one. T, T. It also, thank you. It also says id. Everybody say id. Haley Booker, you too.
Id.
Robert Wesley, you too. Or it can say duh. Duh. All right, you can use. We also looked at words that ended in a Y. When a verb ends in a Y, we said we have to drop the Y and add IED. Like in the word copy, we would change that to copied, fry, fried, tidy, tidied, cry, cried, worry, worried. But this Y follows a consonant. This Y also follows a consonant. Remember, consonants are all the letters that are not vowels, like A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y. So when a verb ends in a Y that's followed by a consonant, we drop the Y and add IED. But sometimes we have words that end in a Y that we don't drop it and add IED. What is the difference between these words here and these verbs here? Stay, pray, enjoy, play, destroy. All we did is add ED to these. Why is that, Cole? Why did we do that?
Because there's a vowel before the Y.
Excellent. So when the verb ends in a vowel Y, then you just add ED, like stayed, prayed, enjoyed, played, destroyed. Very nice. And then I think we saw one more, last but not least. When a verb has one syllable and a short vowel, like in the word hop, trap, or ban, or hug, or mop, then you double the consonant and add ED. That's going to help you in your spelling, because look what happens. If I have the word hop and I want to change it to past tense, and I just add ED and I don't follow the rule, Isabella, what does that word turn into? Does that say hopped?
No.
What does it say?
I think it says hoped.
Exactly. It says hoped, like I hoped you would come today. It doesn't say hopped, because guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to double the consonant. When the verb ends in, when it has a short vowel and it's one syllable, you have to double that consonant. Otherwise, you're going to get the wrong word. It's going to be a long vowel sound, like the word trap. If I want to make it trapped, I have to double the consonant. Otherwise, if I just add ED, it's going to be traped, like I traped through the woods. So we don't want that. You have to be careful that you change it. If I wanted to do mop, look how funny this one would be. If I don't double that consonant and I think I spelled mopped, I really spelled moped, like I moped the floor. Well, moped means to walk around sadly, right? You're sad about something, you're moping, kind of feeling sorry for yourself. So you don't want that. Okay, Noah, did you show up? You came, right? I'm gonna make sure I get you because I marked you absent. Noah's here. All right, so those were the rules. We said our success criteria was gonna be to review. Those are for regular verbs though. Now we're gonna talk about irregular verbs. So I am going to share a video with you. It's called Nessie Writing Strategy, Irregular Verbs. So let's build our schema. Sit back, enjoy.
It is me, E.D., or you can call me Ed. I usually send doing work.
You're on the dot camera.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I can exit that real quick. Let's stop sharing. Oh yeah, I see what happened. Okay, you didn't miss much. I will start it over though for you. Can you see it now? Awesome. Thank you, Cole.
It is me, E.D., or you can call me Ed. usually send doing words into the past, but sometimes it does not work. Oh, no, no. I cannot send these verbs into the past. These words, they must be irregular verbs. That means it is a job for regular Sue. On most irregular words, it is the vowel that is changed. Let's change some verbs into the past. Get becomes got. Dig becomes dog. Come becomes came. But if only it was so easy. Irregular Sue is so unpredictable. Strange things happen to words when she is here. Go becomes went. Eat becomes ate. Think becomes thought. I'm a regular Sue. I change words that do. Keep into kept. Leave into left. Think into thought. Catch into caught. I'm a regular Sue. I change words that do. Grow into grown. Know into known. Send into sent. Bend into bent. I'm a regular Sue. I'll change words for you. Make into made. Pay into pay. Meet into met. Got into get. Yes, I'm a regular Sue. You'll have to learn too.
Okay. She was kind of interesting, Miss Irregular Sue. So let's go back to the dot camera and we're going to look at some examples. So irregular verbs are verbs that do not follow the rules. You heard a few of them in the video. So when we usually change verbs to the past, we just add ed, and then we have to think about the rules for regular verbs. But look at these verbs. Begin. I will begin my homework right now. But what if I did it in the past? I'm not going to say beginned. I say began. Just like Irregular Sue was saying, you change that vowel from an I to an A. It's not as difficult as it might seem because this is how you all talk. This is how our people in our society talk. So you hear it on TV, you hear it in videos, you see it when you read books. It is the proper grammar, so it should sound wrong if you were to say, I eated strawberries for lunch. I hope that hurts your ears. You should know by now, right, that eat becomes ate when it's in the past tense. No, I wouldn't say I knowed that. I knew her from last year. I knowed her from last year? Nah, yeah, hurts your ears. Say, I wouldn't use said. I say said. I said it was going to be a beautiful day. I winned the tournament. You guys don't say that. What do we say instead, Haley Booker? When we make it past tense.
I won the tournament.
Excellent. I will stick my gum to the wrapper. I sticked my gum to the wrapper? Or what, Lucas? What should I say instead?
I don't know. I think it's I will stick my gum to the wrapper.
That would be for future, but what about the past? What if you already did that? What would you say?
No, Ben, I stuck.
Yeah,
My gun.
past tense. Good job. All right, get out your EL spiral. You're going to write the correct version of the verb in each of these sentences. You don't have to write the sentence, but you're going to have to hold up your spiral for me. So everyone get a pencil and get your EL spiral. Find a blank page that you can write on. And here's your first sentence. Lyric, are you getting your spiral? There you are. Okay, good. All right, your first sentence is, he blank a red birthday balloon. The verb is choose. That's the present tense. We don't want it in present because we're changing it to the past. So go ahead and write down what you think the past tense of the verb choose should be in this sentence. It's not he choosed a red birthday balloon. He what, Noah?
Chose.
You should have written in your spiral the word chose, C-H-O-S-E, chose. If you haven't done that, do that now because I'm going to have you show me your spiral when we're done. Okay, the next sentence, the verb is hide. That's the present tense of the verb. We want to know the past tense of the verb. She blank in the closet during the game of hide and seek. It's not going to be she hided. Write it down in your spiral. Oh, good job, Cole. Thank you. What would the past tense of hide be for that sentence, right, or Vani?
Hid.
Hid. She hid in the closet during the game of hide and seek. That's how you would say it, right? You guys know how to speak correctly. So just think, how would you say that? Yeah. The next verb is forget. We blank to lock the front door. We forgetted to lock the front door? No, that's going to hurt your ears.
Forgot.
All right, it should be forgot. All right, and number 4, the verb is drive. They drived to school because it was raining. Paxton, don't let me call on people, okay, kiddos? Paxton, what is the past tense of the verb drive?
They drived to the house.
Does that sound right to your ears? These are irregular verbs. You don't just add the ed. You have to change the vowel. Remember irregular, Sue? Help him out. Lyric, what should it be? Drove. They drove. Does that sound better, Paxton? They drove to school because it was raining?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Make sure you have those written. We're going to go to a few more. We have chose, hid, forgot, drove. Okay, here's some more. The verb is shake. When we met, I shaked hands with her. What should it be, Elena? Not shaked. That sounds shook. When we met, I shook hands with her. Nice. Now this next irregular verb is really odd because of the spelling. You'll see what I mean. The verb is read. The teacher readed the book aloud to the class. Logan Peters, is that right?
No.
What is the past tense of read?
Red.
Read. And you know what's so weird? It's spelled exactly the same. That's very confusing, but the more you read it, the more you write it, the more you'll memorize it. It's one of those weird words. It's irregular. All right, the verb is dig. The gardener blank a hole where the new tree would go. Ben, what do you think the past tense of dig should be?
Dug.
Oh, you're so smart. Dug. The gardener dug a hole where the new tree would go. Okay, next word, the verb is light. When the power went out, we blank candles. You want to make that past tense. Isabella, what do you
Lit.
think?
I think it's lit.
We lit candles. We didn't lighted them. That should sound wrong. Number 9, blow. The wind blowed a tree down across the road? No. Max Fox. What did the wind do? Not blowed. That should sound wrong. The wind blew. You're changing the vowel. We're not adding ed because these are irregular verbs. The wind blew a huge tree down across the road. Okay, the next verb is hear, and it's not the hear from our red words. That's a different hear. This is the kind that has the word ear in it. If it has the word ear in it, you know it's the kind of word that talks about sound, that you can hear things. I blank someone talking in the dark. Haley Calendar, what do you think the past tense of that verb is?
Heard.
Very good. Heard, and that's spelled very differently because it has that EA. Looks like it should say heard, but it doesn't. It says heard. That A is silent. It's definitely a red word for sure. Okay. All right, get out your EL student workbook. You're going to turn to page 148. Page 148. I'm going to give you a minute to just do number 1. I'll give you a minute here to get ready. It's page 148 in your EL workbook.
Is it this one? This page?
EL student workbook. It's your blue one you use with Mrs. Harrison for EL. Yep. Okay, so you should see the directions that ask you to complete the sentence with the verb in the past. So you have to read the directions to make sure you don't do the wrong thing. Because number 1 is talking about past tense, but number 2 is talking about future tense. We haven't talked about future tense much yet. So let's just look at number 1. Don't worry about number 2. Let's just look at number 1. We're looking at past. Your verb is dig for the first sentence. The second sentence, the verb is hide. The third sentence, the verb is watch. And the fourth one, it's jump. You need to change these into past tense. Now, I'm not going to tell you if they're regular or irregular. You have to decide. I will tell you this. 2 of them are regular. 2 of them are irregular. So go ahead and do the first 4 sentences for number 1. Don't worry about number 2 because that's future. And then we'll go over your answers. Go for it.
Mrs. Aubin?
Yes.
What did you say jump? Like, what do you mean about like the ed?
You have to change the word in the parentheses
I'm
and
done.
to the past tense and put it in the blank of the sentence. So like the first one says the water holding frog blank underground to escape the heat and sun. You're going to take that word dig, put it in this sentence for past tense. You have to change it. Does that make sense, Max?
Miss Aubin, I'm done.
That's awesome. Just wait patiently. We're going to go over them, but I need to give everyone a minute, okay?
Okay.
So just sit quietly and we'll go over and see how you did. So this one is one sentence. You have 2 different verbs to do. I thought there were 4 sentences. I was wrong. When you are done, give me a thumbs up so I know you're ready. I see you, Logan. I see you, Cole.
Miss Aubin, are you talking about the whole page?
Nope, just number 1. We're not going to do number 2 because that doesn't go with our learning target. We're looking at just past tense today. Thank you for clarifying.
do we do? Do we just do 1 or 2 or 3?
You're doing all the sentences here in number 1. There's 4 blanks, 4 verbs that you need to change to the
I
past.
finished.
So you don't have to tell me because people are thinking. You can give me a thumbs up though. That would be great. Okay, I see Henrik's thumb is up. Henrik, what did you get for the first sentence? The water-holding frog blank underground to escape the heat and sun. What should we have written?
You should have written does.
Excellent. Is that regular or irregular verb?
Irregular.
Yeah, it doesn't follow the rules. You don't add ed. All right, the Amazon horn frog blank under leaves and blank. Lyric, what do you think? Hid. Lyric, is that regular verb or irregular?
Irregular?
Yes, because you don't add ed, right? Or ied. It doesn't follow the rules. You take off that e altogether. All right, so the next part of that sentence, the Amazon horn frog hid under the leaves and blank its prey. Elena Baugh.
The Amazon horn frog hid under leaves and watched its prey.
Excellent. Is that a regular or irregular verb?
Irregular.
Nope, it's actually regular because you're just adding ed to the end. That's a regular verb. It follows the rules. The other 2 are irregular because we had to change the vowel. You didn't add ed or to remove a vowel from hide to hid. All right, and last but not least, the glass frog blank from a plant to a rock. Logan Peters.
Jump.
Irregular or regular verb?
Regular.
Why?
Because we add ed to the end.
Yeah, you can just add ed and it sounds good. It follows the rules. Nicely done. Okay, so let's think about our learning target. Give me a fist of 5. How are you feeling about I can form and use the past tense of irregular verbs such as dig and hide and blow and hear and read and shake? How'd you do with that? Okay, some people want some more work. Cole, you feel okay? Ryder? Fist of 5 or thumbs up works too. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to spend the rest of our time in breakout rooms working on our Reader's Theater. So I will put you in breakout rooms. I will visit each room. When I come in, we're going to kind of just go through the story, make sure that everybody is comfortable with the vocabulary and making sure that you know what the words are so that you can be fluent. Because when we look at what fluent readers do, this is what we've been talking about the past couple lessons, they self-correct, right? When you make a mistake and you know it's wrong, you go back and fix it. You read like you talk at a speed that is appropriate for the piece. You don't want to be too fast or nobody's going to understand it. You read smoothly without many breaks. You notice and read punctuation. Remember when we read, Mrs. Aubin is my teacher, when it had a period at the end of the sentence. If it had an exclamation mark, we'd say, Mrs. Aubin is my teacher. Or if it had a question mark, we would say, Mrs. Aubin is my teacher. You change your voice, whether it's excited or if your voice lifts because you're asking a question. You use the appropriate tone to express the author's meaning. If it's a sad part of the story, your voice is going to sound a little sad. If it's exciting, you're going to sound happy. Because we can see you on Zoom when we perform this, we want your facial expressions and body language to match your expression. And don't forget your volume needs to be loud enough for us to hear, but not too loud that it hurts our ears, and not too quiet that we can't hear you at all. So in order for you guys to be fluent during your reader's theater, I will make sure that there aren't any words that you're struggling with. But if you are, have them in your head and say, hey, like Max did yesterday, he spelled it for me and I was able to help him. So we can share screens as well during our breakout room and go through that. So yesterday when we talked about what went well and what was difficult, some of you did not like having one person share the screen and that it was harder. So you would rather just stay on the Zoom and look at each other's faces and have your own screen up and scroll. That's fine too. You and your group can decide. Okay, I am going to stop sharing so I can put you in breakout rooms. Did you have questions before I put you in the breakout rooms so we can, if I'm not in your breakout room, you should be reading your parts. So let me just remind everybody, Cole, you're the giraffe. Ryder, your grandfather. Abby, you're the girl. Logan Peters, you're narrator 2. Leo, you're the leopard. Jensen's the zebra. Lila, you're the tortoise and the hyena. Gavin, you're the boy. Madison's narrator 1. I know Madison's not here and I don't think Abby's here. So you're gonna have to say, hey, I'll take that part for today. So just be kind and help each other out. Space Wrecked, Josh Carter's the pilot. Elena is Vera. Lucas, you're Zach. Paxton's the pilot. Lyric's the narrator. Henrik is Jamil. Max Fox is Care. Isabella is Ona. Ellie is Rita. Robert is Sashi. And Space Camp is a blast. Ben, you're the narrator. August, you're Carlos. Haley is Carla. Noah is Mr. Astro. Nixon is Tran. Marin's not here, so someone's gonna have to be Katie. Haley, you're Miss Star. Okay.
I'll be Katie.
You guys can decide in your breakout rooms. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you in and I'll come visit. Make sure you do like you did yesterday. Start practicing the play till I get there so I might work with you a little bit on the gist and some vocabulary when we get in, okay? So I'll see you in your breakout room.